We're live with Sam. I'm just thinking I need to get this chatbot up on some kind of server. Michael, how are you doing?
Hello.
Hey, you all right?
Yeah.
Good stuff. I'll just turn your volume up a little bit and turn my. I've got some music on the background. I'll turn that down. Cool. Yeah. So focus. I was thinking, like after the bot, I had a bot thing running overnight and it crashed or it, went offline. I want to answer the question: what do we need to do in the way to host a bot, leaving a WebSocket open to Slack? And we have this code. Now, I'm wondering if we can just deploy this to Dree and just see if it works. We've got see now. So we've got in the package.json here, we've got index.js. So npm start for this bot will just not work. I've got it set up there, node server.js. However, if I change it so that, oh, not there. If I change it so that the main is server.js, right? That'll mean that in principle it can just be started, I think. Any thoughts on that? You're muted.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. Okay. In my blog, I've sort of checked out. I've identified a whole series of things to automate, and so I've got. Oh, have I actually got a running message here? A running. Ah, no, right. That was right. This was the thing that crashed, and then after it crashes, it loses the channel that it was in, and that was yes. Okay. So yeah, I think we can shut that down safely and do git pull, and then. So if I do that, if I then do npm start, yeah, that runs the bot, which I think by default, right. So we can turn that off. So in principle, we could now again run through the Dree push stuff to host this bot and see what happens. Sort of assume it will just like not work, but it's got Dree push there. Get started now for free. Deploy our starter app. Deploy more apps in the free tier. Deploy an app now. We will deploy an app now. It's still this process. Like I want to just be able to do like Dree start. Do you know what I mean? But so here, I guess I can call it. I'll call it Dree to start with, and then it's having to remember this, and then I can basically give it. I mean, this is async Slack bot. 2 dots. Like this, and then I can just push it there. Book. Oh, take my money. Yeah, no wrapping. Yeah, he's been on both of the Ruby Rogues and the Ruby Rogues Breakaway podcast recently, talking about that book. It sounded really interesting.
It's 40% off.
Oh right, yeah. I already bought one thing 40% off today. What I should really be doing is reaching out to all these people and saying, look, I work lots of students. I'm a professor. Give me some books for free. Yes, that looks like a good one. So here, if I do git push Dree master, I guess I guess this Dree push is just assuming that you have I should have set the environment variable first. Yeah, I don't know that this actually. I mean, there's no. it's obviously installed botkit. I don't know. I'll just set up the environment variable. I sort of assume, I don't know, that it won't connect up. Let me put the environment variable in. How do we put the environment variable in? The environment variable, logging, configuration. There we go. So now we have to say SSH app name, which is async Slack bot, that thing. And then we have to say configure environment.
Just check it out.
Say again?
I say I'm buying it. It's in beta still, but I'm buying it.
Oh, cool. Yes, I think that sounds like he feels like a good guy, this Noel Rappin. So now I have to work out what is the actual, close the bot, have I file open recent. Now the async bot is expecting there to be an AsyncVoter Slack bot token that we are going to set I can get over here on the screen and set token, which conceivably might, and then if I do get, if I try and push it again, is everything up to date? Yeah, I mean, I think this, I guess this all assumes that it's going to have like a web endpoint. So I just assume that it will just not work. I'm going to do git commit. What's that? There's a thing like allow null commit or something. Allow, yeah. I always feel that allow empty. Okay. Oh. Okay. So let's push that up. I drink some water. So while that's pushing up, I guess the other things that I identified for possible automation are, what's this on here? Here. Oh, scroll down, will you? There we go. Yes. Like this is the list. So I've started at the bottom there. There's a few, there's like adjusting the premium mentor upgrade stuff, getting into AV mailings, pulling the model forward for the range of premiums, and some other stuff relating to blog drafts and so on. So I've now pushed that thing there, and I guess so. Now, if it were working, I could go into the async voter. The async voter is not he's not online, so I assume that's just not working. So I just tell. Go on.
Nothing. Go on.
I was thinking I just want to tell the tree folks with them, Tommy and Ben was just experimenting with a Slack bot on tree push, as discussed with Ben. This is maybe a totally wrong fit. It opens WebSocket. I don't know. I guess if I just, even if I go to the endpoint, might be an idea. If I can work out what it should be. The endpoint for it, in principle, right, would be this thing over here. And I haven't like even created an. I wonder if that will like start the bot or something. Yes, I mean, it's got no mechanism for serving anything. I just wonder what it would do. Does the Slackbot like magically come online? It has come online. The Slackbot's come online.
Really?
Yeah, it has, and it was working. No way. That's bizarre. Check it out. Whew.
Did you message it?
I did this. I just messaged it. I messaged it before, like, and before I'd done anything, and it didn't work. And then I hit the endpoint, and then like the endpoint is still whatever, and I saw that the green dot came on, so AsyncVoter has come online, and it's done this. So then I could do like vote 1. Haha.
Oh,
Ah.
sorry.
Ah, and then you voted. Did you just vote?
Yes.
And it's still working. That's interesting.
3
That's
votes so far. So it's double counting your vote, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't set it up yet to distinguish between these things. I'm going to send that to the Dree folks and say like, and strangely, it works. I guess we sort of, the interesting question there is,
So what's going on with AsyncVoter, like the project?
Uh,
Still on at this point?
still on, yeah. And in fact, we've now got the whole kind of core. Your audio is very scratchy today for some reason. It's kind of like a going on in the background or in the foreground.
I don't know.
Oh, it went away net. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Yeah, we've actually got the core of the restful thing is in there. Oh, and this one, yeah, actually, this will be the last one, which I think I've now fixed and is approved, and that's to list all the votes on the story. So in principle, now actually, if I just merge that in, which I think I probably will, yes, because I kind of fixed some merge notes yesterday, so I'm gonna. I wouldn't mind some requested two changes and then approve the changes. Okay, well I assume that's all right then. So I'm going to put that in because. So, yeah, I mean the activities died down a little bit, but we've now effectively got a core, which either this React app which Adrian's working on, or our bot now. Like at the moment, this bot will. What's the word? The bot will, like he'll just stay there and he can't do anything. He hasn't got any persistence framework. So we could, in principle, be having this bot talking to this RESTful backend as a way of persisting the data and sort of managing, new votes starting up and so on.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah. That's been like a kind of more than 30 seconds. So I can do this. And it still seems to have. I mean, I guess I can do here. I can say results. So that's interesting. I'm interested in that. I don't know how long it will stay on for, or how much it will cost Dree in the process. Sorry, Dree. It also seemed to stay awake after 30 seconds. I.e. WebSocket not dead. Wonder if it is actually sleeping or not. Sleeping or being kept awake. So I mean, there's well, that's interesting. So we could be experimenting there and like starting a new vote and seeing if that works. I mean, I guess the sensible thing to do is, rather than starting a vote that might go wrong in another project, is kind of just to leave that and occasionally knock it and sort of chat to the bot and see what Dree say about I think that their concern was like that their service is kind of like especially sleeping with according to a certain algorithm to try and maximize the efficiency with which it's using, and if the WebSocket kind of forces it awake, indefinitely, then that may not be so good for them, and we shouldn't really rely on it. But Arash and Chaiwa for that story, and Joao for the review. Yes. Okay. Okay. So. Well, that was an important little experiment there. And we can look on at the list. There was some. There's one thing I noticed that I'm doing a lot, which is for the blog, I'm kind of resizing images to be like 700 pixels across. I wonder if it can be like CSS fix image width. I don't know if I actually want to do that. Might save me a little bit of time. I guess we could be like specifying. I guess we could be just. I've got this. I created a ticket on the AV website. Issues. Just could we default the image width in the blog to 700? Do you know what I mean by that?
Okay.
It would be kind of like a trivial thing to. So here we are. Latest code. Have I got? I can forget how to run. We just run type middleman, don't we? Oh, by the way, it seems like we've got one small paid project might be starting.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Which would be, I mean, you know, it's never really started until someone's actually paid some money, but that could be the start of good things. But yeah, so I keep on, you know, I do my blog and I have images and whatever, and I pretty much want them to be 700 width because that I've worked out that's what, I don't know, I guess we've got, yeah, like at 100%, that seems to be the fixed width of our, what have you. And so, like, do we have in our star, we've got, which is the blog? We've got the blog. We don't want to fix all images to be 700 across, just those within the context of the blog. Do we have something that's some styling that's specific to the blog? We do. Aha. Ah. So would it be as simple as just having width 700 pixels there? And then images, even with like larger stuff, would be smaller. Would be.
So that's on the mid width of 768 pixels, right?
On the mid width.
Min width.
Oh, min width. Well,
everything. So that's going to break on the mobile potentially.
Oh, I think it was actually probably max width. Well, but basically, I just don't want it to spill over like crazily into the other things. Yeah, I haven't even tried to look at.
You're hard coding the width to be 700 pixels on every screen.
Yep. I mean, the blog itself just looks, you know, it isn't really readable on the mobile, which is a separate issue. Really, why is that? Oh, fit 100%. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if we. That's okay. So we've identified another issue there, which is interestingly here. This is. I wonder if this is because I've got this open. Is it holding a WebSocket open? I don't know. Like it's got this. It's going round like this. Even though that's kind of finished there. I wonder. So new issue. Blog could look better on mobile. Currently, it Doesn't look very good. Sad face. With a P in it. Yeah, that's. I mean, I guess there's a kind of. One would ideally like it so that it was. I mean, I guess how do I? Can I? I wonder if can I? Oh, I can pinch zoom. So I guess you can, at least on the iPhone, you can pinch zoom in and out like this. So maybe I was zoomed. So maybe it doesn't look too bad. Oh, okay. Well, right. Yeah. Hmm. So that's yeah, not yeah. It's not looking as good as we'd like. I'll take a screenshot of that. Huh. So. Don't do that. What? Let's go on. Okay. So we have an issue there, but so I was thinking it could be. Yeah, I was at the other books. I've changed. There's Agile Web Development using Ruby on Rails, using Rails, and there's another one which is like, oh, these two both look like interesting reads that I'd have time to read. There's a new RSpec book coming out, which I'm down on the reviewer list for, but they haven't sent me a copy yet, which is annoying. But anyway, what am I trying to do here? I'm trying to find out. Yeah, can we have it's max width, isn't it? Like that. We can do max width CSS. Yeah. So we could have here like max width 700 pixels, and that would make some sort of sense. Do you think? Just to sort of see if that works. If I make that down to 500, then that will automatically it has the yeah. So I think we certainly won't make it look any worse on mobile by having a max width there, at least specifically for the blog. So that seems like that's probably a reasonable fix for. So this is here. We could do git commit -am set max width on blog for images, fixes, issues 109. Git push origin master. Bing bong. You can just publish that as well. Okay. So, ding dong, ding dong. All right. So that actually might save me, of the order a minute a day going forward. I didn't actually even have that in there. So I'm kind of like, so we could actually sort of jump into some coding here. The thing that I identified, maybe we should be running a vote on it. I don't know. Is so we got a new premium member. There was a premium member who upgraded. There was a person who we upgraded to being a mentor, and all of those things involve me doing little fiddly things on the command line, and it feels like they should be kind of, it's got to the point where I shouldn't be wasting my time with that anymore, so to speak, or at least automated things. I have to ensure it has correct. We got a premium. I got a premium face-to-face sign up yesterday, or upgrade from premium to premium face-to-face. So yeah, we could actually get into coding in some Ruby. That's local support. What's that one? I wish it would just like. Why are you even asking me that? So this is pretty much in the charges controller. There's this point at which we've got update user to premium. Right. So we've actually got a service here which upgrades the user to premium. And this service, I think, could also do this thing here where it added the title tag. Like this. That's something I've been doing kind of like manually. So I guess actually, since I was sort of thinking we must refactor the charges controller first, but I think in principle, because we've got this nice separate service, that could just be happening there, couldn't it? I mean, there's supporting like the upgrade to the different things, and I guess there's other stuff in here is that we've got this creates a new subscription when maybe sensibly we want to be checking if they have an existing subscription, and you know, so that people don't get it up with 2 premium subscriptions and this, that, and the other. But I created a ticket. Well, I created it ended up being an epic. Over here. Am I supposed to respond to that? Nope. Okay. Promote. I thought I created. I now can't find. I thought I created like an epic, which I was linking to in the blog. This one. Why can't I see that? Oh, maybe because I created it a long time ago. Okay, that would make sense. This one. So epic. Epic. Yes. So I guess I'm specifically thinking about automating addition of appropriate title as something to work on here. So this is automated addition of appropriate title for premium users. And the wrong thing. So it's basically what I've been doing is here. So so far I have been doing the following manually. Should automate. Yes. So voting on it. It feels like a little distraction at the moment when we're trying to work out what to do with the bot. So this is 1425. So window website 1. Then we have git checkout develop. Cool. We have a viewer. Greetings, viewer. Hello. No, I can't. Origin develop. Did I pull it? I think it did pull it in the Let's code. It did not. All right, now we have it. Git checkout minus B 1425. This is automate premium title tags. Okay, so this is one of those interesting things that we have. We have a feature in our premium section currently named charge activity. So we've got the test that these things happen. And the way that we check that the person, for example, here, thanks, you're now an out-of-interest member. We check some of the side effects here, which is like, for example, that they receive an email. I don't know actually where we send them the email. Right, so we've got in the charges controller, so we've got this, you know, we're sending them acknowledgement email, which is actually their independent of this update the user to that premium. So we don't send the acknowledgement email unless that has passed. Upgrade user to premium. No, don't stop moving things around on me. This is, say, slightly misnamed. I guess let's get the feature done and then worry about refactoring. So we've also got a test for it. And I guess the interesting thing here is whether we feel the need to have a high-level feature test for this, which is what is kind of a lower-level side effect of the person's premium status. I think I'm just going to try and find the spec for this. So we have, this is a service. Oops, wrong thing. There we go. Right. So we've got this that basically checks that this method does precisely these 4 things. What we don't do in the in here, we don't check for some things. We end up at that place that's just to see the sign up for premium. It fills in the details. We see the we see that, and then the user should, and the email. So the other wrinkle here is that we have, so for example, greetings viewers. I don't know, round 3. Oh well, didn't mention the viewers. They ran away when you mentioned the viewers. Adventures.org for all the exciting stuff about us. So we've got these, little premium tags like on your thing there, but then the premium member there is like that's a separate. We've kind of got 2 ways of representing the premium member on the user element. Models, user. We've got like a membership type thing. And it's been a little bit. We kind of, before we even had that membership type, we just sort of used these titles because they were already displayed in the user pages, and we're sort of managing who's in this list of premium members via those tags, which is a little undry. So, I mean, I guess we have, or what I was reflecting is we don't in the feature test check that the database ends up having the correct representation of the user, which is maybe good in that we should be only checking the, rather than reaching into the database, we should be, well, of course we do that with these things, but that we should, only check the observable changes. In the upgrade tests, we've got these sort of various checks that on the individual profile page that we see those things. I guess the the kind of thing that I want to see, then I should see. And who is this user when this person signs up? As we've got, who is this person? It's right. Okay. So we've actually got, this is a specific situation when the person, we wouldn't be doing this unless the user was actually logged in. And none of these all check that this is working right, independently of whether the user is logged in. So the upgrade all assumes that the person is logged in. So maybe this is the place. So user is on free page, user on free and looking at other person's profile page. User upgrades from premium to premium from free tier. So it's kind of in here. Given I'm logged in and I'm on my profile page and I click upgrade to premium, then I should see premium member. Yep. So we've got those sets of things that they could be doing. I notice I'm doing all the talking. You could say what's different, but so I mean, I guess I'm almost thinking like, and I should see, given I'm logged in, who is that? It just creates a user, a factory girl no less, and signs in. I kind of, what I want to say there is, and I should see myself in the premium members list. Create step definition in. This is charge steps. So there's kind of visit premium members, expect page to have, so it's contents, have text, have contents, whatever. And then is there, what's this? Given I am logged in. So the way we're logging in, we're creating the user and then we're signing in. It's setting that to be @user. So I could sort of try that to just be @user.firstname, like so, and then I could do be cucumber. This is the upgrade membership. So we've got features, premium. Something interesting. Go on.
Instead of working out the logistics of eating turkey.
Oh, okay. Yes. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. Thanks. Has someone made you a turkey?
Supposed to go somewhere to get turkey.
Yeah. But hey, well, don't hang around with crusty old English professor over here. Go and enjoy Thanksgiving turkey. Or somehow combine turkey with pairing, but
it's not ready. I mean, it's not time for that yet.
Okay, right. Oh yes, it's right. Not time for turkey yet. Yes, turkey. Turkey. I'm not going to have any turkey today. I don't think. Beef stew, I think, is on the agenda. This is interesting. Okay, that took a lot longer to create the user than I expected. Okay, whole thing is running a lot more slowly than I expected. I'm probably running too much stuff. So I'm hoping to see this fail at the end here, and it says, but that's annoyingly expected the session to respond to has contents, and it did stupid thing. Expected to have. Oh, just it should work, shouldn't it? Take far too long, really. Point to discover that that doesn't work. I wonder if the bot is the voting bot still working. It still says it's online. I'm going to tell it to vote. It's staying awake, allegedly stably. Interesting. So I just pinged it here. And what I really want, so I mean, if this actually was working, then basically I want the key ability would be to communicate with the bot and say, okay, like not just at the moment, all I can do is say start new vote. And it just like does the same thing. But I think the results will still be, yeah, it doesn't reset that or anything. But so if I could like start new vote and I could give it a URL and a name, and then I could have it sort of reset, then that would work as a kind of one channel voting thing. Now that's interesting. Okay, so seeing myself in the premium members list. I think the problem is there it's seeing its first name because it's logged in. Like if we go to the premium, it's probably you see the first name there. I want to see that within. So what's this? If we do this, inspect. What's this all within? No, don't do that. Oh, it's time for a scrum. User preview. Yeah. So we probably want there is this to have within. What was that? User preview. There was a class. I mean, it's annoying that locks it to a. Just a class. User preview. To end. Right, I'm going to go. I'll stop this and do the scrum. You see there.